Hello 11th standard business math students, welcome back to chapter 1 matrices and determinants. Now in exercise 1.4 sum number 6, they are given again a two sector economic problem and they have asked us to find technology matrix and determine the output. So all these type of problems, so actually if you want to remember exercise 1.4, I'm going to give you a 4-step method. If you remember this 4-step method, you can do whatever they ask, okay, when they give a two sector economy. So your first step is going to be, you're going to determine what is that technological matrix. So find, first step is going to be find matrix B, that is nothing but B11, B12, B21, B22. This is going to be your first step, okay. So this is going to be your first step, and second one, you are going to verify your Hawkins-Simon condition. So two subdivisions you have got, and third point, you are going to find out I minus b the whole inverse, and the final step is going to be your solution x equal to I minus b the whole inverse into d. So when you divide this problem into these 4 steps, when you remember this 4 steps, it is easy for you to do your problem whatever type they give when they ask the output, cross output, okay. So we shall proceed. So by doing our first step, we are going to find out b. For that we have to name all these things, isn't it? So sector 1 and 2 they have given. So this is going to be our A11, A12, D1 and X1. This is A21, A22, D2 and X2. So now we are going to find out B11. It's nothing but A11 by X1. What is our A11? It is going to be 4 and X1 is 20. So this is going to be 1 by 5. Next, coming to B12, A12 by X2. Our A12 is going to be 3 and our X2 is 12, so it is 1 by 4. Next, coming to our B13, 21, we have got only 2 cross 2 matrix. So B21 is nothing but A21 by X1, and A21 is 5 by 20, that is going to be 1 by 4, and B22 is going to be A22 by X2. Our A22 is 4 and our X2 is 12, that is equal to 1 by 3. So we can write our 4 answers we have got. So we are going to write our determinant matrix B. Technological matrix is going to be your first subdivision, okay. So what is that going to be? 1 by 5, 1 by 4, again 1 by 4 and 1 by 3. So our first step is over. Then next we are going to verify your Hawkins-Simon condition. For that you have to find out the determinant of, you have to find out I minus b, isn't it? So next comes our I minus b, that is equal to 1 0 0 1 minus our b 1 by 5, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 3. You are going to get it as 1 minus 1 by 5. So it is going to be 4 by 5 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4, and this is going to be 2 by 3. This is our I minus b. Now the main diagonal is positive, so your first condition is okay, satisfied. Now second condition, you have to find out determinant of I minus b. So expanding this determinant, what do you get? You will get 4 by 5 into 2 by 3 minus 1 by 4 into 1 by 4. That is nothing but, you cannot cancel anything, minus 1 by 16. So LCM is 240, and here you get 128 minus 15, that is nothing but 113 by 240. This is greater than 0. So our second condition is also verified. Therefore it satisfies the Hawkins condition, isn't it? So you can write it as Hawkins-Simon condition is satisfied. Therefore it is viable. I mean, you not write viable, we can write it has got a solution. So it has got a solution. Then only you can proceed to your next step. Okay. Now next step, 2 steps we have completed. Now we are going to find out I minus b the whole inverse. What is our formula? 1 by determinant I minus b into adjoint of I minus b. 1 by determinant value we have already found out as 1 by 113 by 240. For adjoint it's very easy, since the 2 cross 2 you are going to interchange 1 by 3 and 1 by 5. Sorry, this is not our I minus b, isn't it? This is b. Okay, I minus b is here. You are going to interchange 2 by 3 and 4 by 5, and changing the sign you will get it as 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Both will become plus. So this is our I minus b, the whole inverse. Now coming to our fourth step. So we have found out I minus b inverse. Now coming to our fourth step, x equal to I minus b the whole inverse into d. And for d, what they have given for d? When the final demand for the output sector 1 alone increases to 23 units. Already you have got 13 and 3 as demand. So here your demand is going to be 23 and 3. So d equal to, because it is increased to 23. So this is going to be your d. Now you can 240 by 113 by inverting this, and our 2 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 4 by 5, and our d is 23 and 3. Okay, this is going to be your final output. You are going to multiply. So when you multiply 240 by 113, and here you get the first one as 2 by 3 into 23 plus 1 by 4 into 3. Second one, 1 by 4 into 23 plus 4 by 5 into 3. You are going to take the LCM. 240 by 113 into, for the first one the LCM is 4 and 3, isn't it? So it's going to be 12, and here you will get 46 into 4 plus 9, and for the second one the LCM is 20, and here you will get 23 into 5 plus 48. Okay, so again 240 by 113 into, when you multiply and add this you get it as 193 by 12, and the second one is 163 by 20. So take the 240 by 113 by inside, you will get 193 by 12 into 240 by 113. Similarly 163 by 20 into 240. So cancelling this it gives 20, and here when you cancel it gives you 12. Now using your calculator, when you multiply you get the answer as 34.16 and 17.31, and this is going to be your output for sector 1 and sector 2. So you can write the answer as sector 1 equal to 34.16 as gross output, and sector 2 as 17.31 as gross output. That is your final answer. Thank you.